Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about something really depressing: debt and finances and loans and something really depressing. So, to start things off, let me just say that I personally did not realize what your average debt really was nowadays. I thought that we were just, doing absolutely terrible for ourselves. We've got a couple of small loans for, some appliances. We've got a somewhat, large size loan that we took out to try to, work on the house and whatnot because we renovated it like about a year and a half ago, and that was kind of an expensive project and whatnot. And so in total, we're about $35 to $40,000 in debt, I'd say, which I thought meant that we were just doing terrible. But on average, we're actually on the low end. We don't really have as much debt as most people our age. A lot of people my age, because you guys might not know this, I'm actually 29. Uh, but a lot of people my age generally have multiple credit cards out that they have, maxed out, that they are not paying on. They have student loans. They have numerous of things that they are paying on. And so for a lot of people my age, they generally are $50 to $60,000 in debt, which just blows my mind. Like I said, I thought that we were, worse in debt than most people our age. Really, we're like half in debt as most people our age, and that's just wild to me. Your average person, by the time they are 21 here in America, at least, this demographic does not go all over the world, but most people here in America, at least, by the time they are just legal to drink, they already are $20,000 to $30,000 in debt. Like I say, a lot of times that is off of student loans or credit cards or different types of things like that. And when it comes to student loans, I understand that a lot of people though will fall for these types of payment plans where you don't pay anything for the first 5 years, and then your interest rate goes up because you're expected to make more money, but then you really don't make that much more money than people that aren't going to college to begin with. Because, like with me, I actually, if I were to pull out of my job right now, go to college, and try to go back and get another job with a degree, I wouldn't stand to make that much more an hour than I do now, and I would not stand to be able to pull as much overtime as I do now. So realistically, there's no real way for me to go to college and end up making more money than I do now on a 40-hour week. My cousin, who he sunk like 7 years into college, and he barely makes more than me. I mean, granted, like I say, I pull like 55, 60 hours a week, and he pulls 40. So, I mean, realistically, yeah, he makes double what I do. But at the end of, the hours that I pull and whatnot and what I do right now, he really doesn't. And that's wild to me that me just, pulling some extra overtime really makes up almost all of the difference that a high end college degree, because he's an engineer. He works on like major gas pipelines and things like that. Um, that's just wild to me. And the like I say, the average person around my age is $50,000 to $60,000 in debt. People around 21 are about $30,000 in debt already. And like I say, that demographic primarily is just here in America. There might be a couple of countries where it's similar to that, but in a lot of countries over in Europe and I don't really know about Asia, but I know in Europe, a lot of college and whatnot is free, healthcare is free, and so you don't have to worry about things like that. And that's actually one other thing I just completely slipped my mind is healthcare. A lot of people by the time they're 21, generally in America, uh, probably have had at least one major trip to the hospital for a broken bone, for major sickness, for some form of surgery, or of course for having children. And any of those things here in America can be massive bills. some of them might be 5 or 6,000. Some of those are like 20 or 30. And that's just ridiculous. Luckily, I've, been lucky with a lot of things. I haven't had to go to the hospital, but a couple of times in my life for any kind of surgery or things like that. And I had good health insurance and was able to get by without being majorly in debt. But I just, it just blew my mind to know that I wasn't but like half in debt as the average person my age. Like, I feel like I'm just so not well off because we live basically paycheck to paycheck, but we're just not paying off tons of loans. And I mean, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have a different take on things, if you guys think that, situations aren't as bad as I think they are, or if, they're worse than I think they are. Um, or, if you are a much more extreme case or, a much better off case, let me know. I mean, I honestly, love interacting with any of you guys that comment on my videos. I love just sitting and being able to talk to you guys. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's start a full on discussion, guys.